Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Ryan, and this is the update for the Guelph real estate market for the period of March 1st to 15th. You can also get this information on our podcast. It's episode number 8 that is on Apple Podcasts, and I will link it below. And you can read it on our blog at bethandryan.ca, which I will also link below. Though, a few things that impact the Guelph real estate market that happened in the past week. One of them is the ongoing tariff threat that impacts not only the real estate market, but almost every industry out there in one way or another. And it definitely put a damper on sales in the first week of March, but sales have picked up a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about those. And this past week, the Bank of Canada lowered the overnight rate or the policy rate from 3% to 2.75, or a 0.25% decrease. Whether that brings buyers to the market or puts sellers in a position to list their house, I'm not sure if that cut alone has any difference in the market, but maybe it's a compounding factor that is going to get people into the market. That's really the intent of the drop, is to get people to spend and make their day-to-day lives more affordable in a slowing economy. There were 55 sales in Guelph over the period of March 1st to 15th, so halfway through the month, and that equates to about 3.67 sales per day. And how does that compare versus prior March sales? Not great. March 2024 was 5.4 sales per day. 2023 was 5.9. 2022 was 8.3. And 2021 was 11.6. So compared to those months, not great in the Guelph real estate market. It is slow. And of the 25 condo, townhouse, stacked townhouse segment, this is basically the segment with monthly fees. The low price sale was $465,000. That was on Christopher Court. The high end was 1350, which was in the Arboretum. The average price was $628,000, which is an increase versus last week. And homes here sold at an average of 97% of the asking. Now, you can't pick an individual home out of that. It doesn't mean that every house is selling at 97%. It is an indication that this segment has room to negotiate. So only three homes in this segment sold over the asking price, 2 sold at the asking price, and 20 of the 25, or 80%, sold below the asking price. So there's room to negotiate here. That is the message. We've talked about this. The supply in this segment is rising, and it will continue to rise as some of these newer developments come to completion. So if you are in this segment, be prepared to negotiate, because there are other options for buyers. Buyers, you have other options. So you can negotiate a little bit harder, or leverage homes against each other to get a better price. Okay, and of the single family detached and semi-detached homes, there were 30 sales so far this month. And unlike the condo segment, this one is a little more competitive, and on average, they're selling at just over the asking price. And again, it doesn't mean that every house is selling over the asking price. It just means the sentiment is that there is demand. And in particular, if you're selling a house between $600,000 and $800,000, there's a lot of demand. 7 of the 11 houses that have sold this month in this segment have sold over the asking price. And so if you're a seller, you might want to talk to your realtor about the strategy to use. If you're a buyer, be prepared. Some of them have sold $100 over the asking, $1,000 over the asking. I know one last week that sold $60,000 over the asking price, and probably sold for close to its market value. But just be prepared if you're buying for some competitive activity in that price range. The low sale was $425,000, which was some vacant land. The high sale was on Zest Court at just over $1.4 million. And average price here is $846,000, which is down from the week prior, but it's nothing unusual there. 13 of the houses in this 30 sales sold over the asking price. That is 43%. And 16 sold under the asking price, and 1 sold at the asking price. In this segment, of course, there's always going to be $1 million home sales, and there have been 4 of them so far this month, which is about 13%. And that's normal range. Historically, we see anywhere between 10 to 20% of the homes selling are $1 million or more. So we're at 13. Seems to be in line. So nothing unusual there. It's nice to see that the number of houses selling is increasing as we get through March, but we'll see what happens again with some warmer weather for next week, and we'll update you then. In the meantime, if you have any questions on the Guelph real estate market, you can visit us on our website at bethandryan.ca. You can listen to our podcast, who you'll find on our website as well and link below. You can read our blog. You can email us. You can call us. We're available. Talk to you soon.